yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Here we go, 6-yard, 59. I got you, son. I got him. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And they give this time to the tailback. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now a handoff looking right. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And the Saints first down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive guy,
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Protein spill. Lock in, lock in. Hey, echo. No. Slam.
They go play action. Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down And sacked back at the 2. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff looking right. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. And that's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good. Yeah,
just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up, and to great success.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 39, Trubisky. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Rashawn Perriman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. And they got the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move.
Throwing again. Love into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Push him back. I want to work.
Here's Grant. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Dan Bailey now for the field goal try.
For the field goal, a 30-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. They go play action with Trubisky. And he's got Lockett. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confident.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Check the backer, check the backer. Ran, go. Check the
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
But not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Watch the safety creep. Check, alert. Hey, Delta.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for it.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
I got it. Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58 is a
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Bears' 37-yard line.
Let's go. Go to bed. It's our time. It's our time.
2nd and 11. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. This is Cohen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He's got a first down or more inside the 30. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Shift.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Motion.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Bears 24, Saints 9.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And to give this time to the tailback. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 50 yards on the ground. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
Back to throw. Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 2. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 2-yard touchdown grab, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. This time, the extra point up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They go back to Graham. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Caught by Montgomery. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This time, Trubisky will throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Come on, set. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's got the first down inside the 10, and down to the 7-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Lutz good on the extra point, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. On 3rd down, it's Grant. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun.